waiting for me to start this stream. Now 300. I appreciate it, guys. Yeah, got an excellent live stream for you guys today. A little bit special, actually. I was doing some early Chico research this morning, preparing for the live stream and doing the research at the same time, because I just started finding stuff. I was going to start this actually live stream a little bit different, a little darker with identities. So the next hype wave, I'll just let you guys in. It is identities. And I was going to start it out a little bit darker, you know, with Bill Gates and stuff, because they are involved with this baloney, Microsoft. But I'm going to a little bit of the lighter side. And then the next week, one of my videos will be going to the darker side. So tune in for all of that. And if you aren't tuning in to me, I'm also streaming on Theta. A bunch of viewers over there. 99. Say what's up to the Theta viewers. I call them Chico privates. You know, they're ready. They're ready to join the army. But I'm also on a few other social platforms. Instagram. I actually posted a picture the other day with Cincinnati Reds pitcher Michael Lorenzen. Yeah, met him. It's pretty cool. He's into crypto. Might be doing some collaboration here soon. So give me a follow on Instagram if you haven't. I'm also on Facebook and the decentralized platform Uptrend with their 1UP Crypto. So give me a follow on those. In the description, it's also in my main banner on my video page. So what's the viewers doing, you guys? What are y'all doing today? Good morning. My volume. No, you turn your volume up. It's fine. Cryptocurrent, what's up, brother? Moderator in the stream. So, yeah, this is some pretty interesting. It's going to be kind of a quick stream, but it's information that you guys aren't going to want to miss, because I think I'm finding the next big thing in blockchain, a hype wave. So we've seen the hype wave from DeFi. We saw a mini one with NFTs, and I think a nice big one is going to come from digital identities. Yes, IDs going on the blockchain. Your ID, your personal ID going on Ethereum, Bitcoin, possibly a sidechain, and also IDs of your devices, solar panels, cars, all type of IDs are going to be needed in the blockchain world. And it is a critical infrastructure piece of the blockchain technology stack. I mean, you can't have oracles working unless you have a good ID infrastructure. You can't have DeFi working if you don't have a good ID infrastructure. And some people, they're like, IDs might be bad. And yeah, it's kind of hard to, it's murky waters to talk about, because it's really controversial for some. You know, people are like, how are we supposed to put IDs, you know, in a digital infrastructure? But there is a blockchain, you know. Is there going to be the privacy layer? Is there going to be everything that keeps it, you know, from limiting you to services? That's what a lot of people are scared about. Oh, Doobie Cook. Ocean Protocol is releasing version 3 this week. Big partnerships. Up 20% today. Wow. Nice. I love Ocean. It's a big time future tech, you know. Energy Web is one of those. Ocean is going to be massive, and data unions, data DAOs is going to be, I would say within the next year or two, going to be pretty damn big. So what is identities, besides, you know, within the blockchain technology stack? Well, the enterprise Ethereum is actually talking about identities too. And they have it in their infra contracts and standards. So it is actually a standard for, you know, blockchain. And actually a big player who I've been covering a lot lately, Baseline Protocol, is looking at identities too. They said, so what is required to make, you know, the baseline happen? They said everyone needs an identity. player, console manufacturer, and game producer. Everyone down the line. And they go down, luckily, there are new standards that are baseline compatible, such as decentralized identifiers, DIDs, and verifiable credentials from the W3C organization. Ooh. So this is the identity standard. So a lot of these identity projects trying to create their own standards, don't get into those guys. Bad freaking move. Because the W3C has been working on this, and it is going to be the identity standard across blockchains. Ethereum, Bitcoin, whatever. It was made to be like that. DIDs, version 1.0 is out right now. And it says format of a DID. In 2016, the developers of the DID specification agreed with the suggestion from Christopher Allen that DIDs could be adapted to work with multiple blockchains by following the same basic pattern as the URN specification. So they are going to work across multiple blockchains, and they do have a Bitcoin DID resolver and an Ethereum DID resolver built right now. Denko Popo, Chico, my thoughts on financial NFTs like Sync Bond. I do like financial NFTs. I've never heard of Sync Bond, so I couldn't comment on that. But I do think financial NFTs are one of the next big things in cryptocurrency. But if they're doing it, like trying to do an ICO, raise money and all that, and don't have the regulatory credentials and clarity to do it, do not get in that project, because financial NFTs, that they're coming after people who do that. So that's why I'm bullish on things like Centrifuge, because they understood that, and they built to be ready for the regulations. Be careful if that one's like that, because they're coming for that. I'll tell you that right now. Yeah, I'm hearing the cat. That's Wayne. Wayne, my kitty, he wants to get in really bad to my room, but he will tear this live stream apart. So, they talked about, the DIDs, decentralized identifiers. They also talked about verifiable credentials, credentialing not only people, what you have a job, education, credentials for machines also too. And they're probably doing it for machines first, I would think. And they have use cases out there. Lots of documentation from the W3C. But there's standards within Ethereum. So, you do have the DID, and it is baseline, but you do need ERCs. You do need standards within Ethereum for this. And there are a couple out there working with DID implementation, and that is basically two that are at the forefront right now. It is ERC 725 and a few other ERCs. And this one talked about first submitted in October of 2017, so a long time ago. And it's been talked about throughout time. And most recent conversation is this summer, so pretty recently. They have another one, ERC 1056, and it's lightweight identity. And this one's kind of similar, but less talked about. I mean, some of the last conversation was just a couple in May, but then before that, December 2019. So we got a little bit more time, not as much talk either. And then within ETHUB, ERC 725, the Ethereum Identity Standard, it is mentioned, besides ERC 1556. Even though UPort is mentioned down at the bottom, and UPort does build off or 1056. But I do think ERC 725 is probably going to be the one that gets further within identity standard ecosystem, personally. But I may be wrong. Ike. Ogia, that's a crazy last name. I'm trying to pronounce that. Ogimian. Thoughts on ETFs? I need some arguments to use against people who want to get into BTC versus ETFs. Like, what do you mean? A Bitcoin ETF or a regular ETF? I did a couple of videos back in the day on the ETF. The ETF is the holy grail of the Bitcoin whales. That is their final P&D. I mean, just like gold back in the day when the gold, big P&D came. A lot of old gold timers, they made out like crazy, and that's what some of these Bitcoin whales, in my personal opinion, are planning. So that's the end all. But I would say that's 10 years down the road, and it's not like the end all for cryptocurrency. It's just when we have the real last big P&D, the real last one, and then crypto settles into where gold is, they control it. JWR1227. Thoughts on Anchor? I know you're bullish on Rocket Pool, but I haven't personally heard you discuss Anchor as an alternative. Thanks for your contributions to the space. I haven't looked into Anchor personally. Rocket Pool has been in development for a long, long time. Larger developers, people within the Ethereum space talk about Rocket Pool over Anchor. So I listen to those guys. They're much smarter than me or you. So if they're not talking about Anchor, I wouldn't be looking at it, dude. But don't trust me. I'm just a guy who makes crypto videos on YouTube. Financial entertainment. But I appreciate your tip, man. And there's always more for one player in the space. So, ERC725. Why do I think it's going to be the next identity standard. It is mentioned a lot. It does have a lot of documentation, has more talk for it. And who is it created by? Well, we click on that and we see Fabian Vogelsteller. You guys, if you've watched my channel, you know who Fabian is. You guys probably who've watched my channel, you're like, oh shit, I know what he's fucking gonna talk about. And running to make some trades or whatever. But this is pretty big, you guys. He's Luxo. So I talked about Luxo a while ago, and I'm still bullish on it. I wouldn't have talked about it if I'm not bullish on it, and there's a reason. And I actually didn't understand it when I first started looking into it. Now I'm starting to... all the dots are starting to connect, making the connections. But with Fabian, he's creator of this standard. He's an old school developer, been around for a while, worked closely with Vitalik Buterin, the Ethereum Foundation, and the like. And a recent beta has been put out by this, just published 3 months ago. What is this? So yeah, ERC725 used by Luxo Network right there. Luxo is having a nice little price increase right now. That's cool. But yeah, he's co-author of ERC20, part of the Ethereum Foundation. So why is this ERC725 important? Well, David Mihal, he kind of talked about it with new token standards and new standards within the Ethereum ecosystem. He said ERC20 is safer than ERC777, which is a new token standard for ERC20 that came out to enhance it. He said it's safer in the same way that Bitcoin is safer than Ethereum because it's safe because it's limited. It's kind of like Turing complete versus non-Turing complete. And that's similar to ERC 725. 25. So let's listen to Fabian, what he says.
There's some other...
Oh, I need to put these on. I can't hear. Know when to stop.
fanciness to it, like the ability to inform other smart contracts when they receive things. This is our first standard we actually proposed, called LSP1, which is the Universal Receiver Contract that works in combination with the Universal Profiles. So that means when you are sending an asset to a universal profile, that universal profile will be informed. And that standard also works for any kind of asset in the future, so we don't have to come up with thousands of functions that you have to implement in your universal profile.
Boom, right there. Thousands of different functions you have to implement within your universal profile. They're simplifying it. It's here, guys. And things are coming for ERC 725. So Luxo, just October, they tweeted about it. They said ERC 725 standard. The standard allowing the creation of universal profiles on a blockchain and proposed by our co-founder, Fabian. Don't get it? Relax. Just remember that those profiles are universal logins across blockchain applications, reflecting your digital identity. Stuff's looking interesting. XDAI, TXT, or Kusama for most gains upcoming year. I don't know, man. I hold XDAI and Kusama. What's TXT? I've never heard of it. I just don't like questions like that. I mean, I'm covering like stuff I think's big in the space because what's going to change things. And XDAI and Kusama, I think are going to change things. So, Alpaca Telecomics. I love the videos, Chico. You need to do a video on the street like old city days, like the old days. Well, yeah, I need a cameraman here in Chico. I need to find one. It's easier to do it in the studio. Takes a lot more time to do it out in the open. I appreciate your tip, man. And yours too, Precious. You're precious. Robbie D, am I still bullish on Centivate? I'm actually not holding any Centivate. I was in talks to become an advisor for them, but that never panned out. So hope that answers your question. Armando Ramos, what token are you buying the most in this dip? Not really buying the most of anything. If I'm talking about it in a video, I'm probably, picking it up. I don't like to, say, hey, I'm picking this stuff up right now. But, yeah, that's pretty good inclination that I'm usually getting into things. I appreciate your tip, man. Joel Breen, are you into Hopper? What the hell is Hopper? No, I'm not. I appreciate your tip, man, but I've never heard of it. HOPR. So many tokens, Jesus. OXT, I haven't heard you discuss about it at all. That Orchid, the VPN, it's interesting. There was Mysterium back in the day. I invested in that, kind of got burned, so that VPN left a sour taste. Eddie Parrott, dude, thank you for your $10 tip, man. So again, 725 is a standard that is being built within Ethereum, but it's also being built across, blockchains into the Luxo. But also, 725, I wonder why this is all connecting and making sense. So, Energy Web. How would Energy Web be, connected to Luxo, a digital fashion blockchain? How is this? Because Luxo is way more than a digital fashion blockchain, you guys. That's one of their first markets they're going after because Fabian made the partnership, and got funded, probably, but it is much more. And Energy Web. So how would Energy Web be using, ERC 725? Well, it's an identity. It's not only an identity for, a person, within Luxo's application and assets tied to that person, but also Energy Web assets. So the EW DID library is built around interfaces and factory classes. This allows us to implement multiple versions of any interface to accommodate the different efforts. ERC 1056, ERC 725 v2, Kilt, Sovereign, etc. Hopefully we will not be the only ones to create resolvers for our DID library. So 725 is involved with that. DIDs. Because, with Energy Web, you have to identify, each asset within Energy Web, a solar panel, a battery, a vehicle, a charging station. There's so much more. I mean, the actual DER's assets, so the asset that they actually power, not only what the asset itself, the hardware, but what it produces, the energy. That is an asset that needs an identifier too. Energy Web recently, June 2020, has been looking for DID innovation. Decentralized digital identity, library integration with additional DID methods, DID resolvers for sovereign, DID resolver for kill. That's what they're looking for. So it looks like they already have the DID done for ERC 725 because they're not looking for that. And that makes sense. Because Energy Web and Luxo are very connected, you guys. So this is from Energy Web's Confluence. They said, today there are two chains, Volta, the test network, and the main EW chain. Both are EVM chains, based on the Aura proof of authority consensus mechanism developed by Parity. You can view the current validator set here. And then we go to Luxo and their L14 testnet. We dubbed this test network L14 as it's a pure proof of authority network with currently 4 block producing validator nodes. But below, it connects to someone else too, you guys. L14 functions as the first test network to allow the Luxo community to build and test on a common infrastructure. Later test networks are planned to have the HBBFT, which we are developing together with POA Network, combined with POS DAO governance to explore and improve on the first improvement or first Luxo mainnet consensus algo. So, HBBFT, POS DAO, POA Network, that's XDAI, you guys. XDAI, POA, Block Scout, Sokol, Kovan, test network for Ethereum, Token Bridge. So it's crazy to me that all of these are connected, you know, XDAI, they're building with POA, Aura, Energy Web, POA, Aura, Luxo, POA, Aura. Now let's just see what Fabian said here in February 2020. So for almost 9 months, I've been full-time working on Luxo, and the months before most of the time. I do contribute sometimes, but working on your own project takes all the time. I do see Luxo as an addition to Ethereum, as the audience and use cases are different. But at the same time, Luxo benefits from every development in Ethereum and that ecosystem. I hope one day things built on Luxo and standards formed here will benefit the larger Ethereum ecosystem as well. What I am doing here is fulfilling the Polkadot vision of the Internet of Blockchains, the one which I had talked about myself for years. It's Polkadot, you guys. Something to do with this guy. That old Gavin Schnicken Woods. I think I might have uncovered something, you guys. Uh-oh, your chat went down. I'm thinking trading 2,000 worth of XRP for Energy Web, Stake, or Chainlink. Yeah, well, look into it, definitely. I'm not gonna tell you to do anything, but, yeah, if it makes sense to make the move, make the move. So, yeah, that Gavin Wood. Are they trying to help Ethereum in scale? They all say that. You know, XDAI says that, Luxo says that, Gavin Wood says that, Energy Web says that. They all, you know. So, is this the scalable Ethereum gonna be here very, very soon? Identities, bridges, the ISP, the backbone, Polkadot. It's moving. People are liking that. And then, you know, regarding XDAI and Polkadot, this was from Gavin, the Gavin Wood on Polkadot, Substrate, and Ethereum. I've shown this before. XDAI, he mentions them right here and there regarding the Ethereum POA bridge. And he talks that, you know, they're going to build their own. And then he talks about a similar consensus, HBBFT, PBFT-based consensus. No, it's XDAI. Gavin is working on Polkadot. He can't work on the bridges. There's too much for one person to do. I mean, there's teams doing certain things, you know. And XDAI is the bridge, I think, for the Polka infrastructure to really thrive. We have identity from Luxo, we have the bridge, we have the actual backbone ISB. So, yeah, that is actually my short stream, you guys. It was just going to be a really quick one. Going through my initial morning research today regarding the identity factor, ERC 725. This is just initial research, so I may be doing another video on this soon if I find more, which I probably will. Definitely find more, because all this research took under an hour. It was right before the live stream. And right after this, I'll be able to do a lot more. So, let me know your thoughts in the comments, you know, regarding it, if you understand, like, ERC 725 and 1056. Because literally, the standards are pretty new to me. I'm going to have to do deeper research. Scotty P, you doing Halloween special now that Apple TV bought Charlie Brown's and took it off free TV? Think about the kids, man. That does suck. Halloween special. What day is Halloween on this year? It's like on a Friday, isn't it? Saturday. Ooh. I don't know, maybe. Oh, yeah, I'm definitely doing a Halloween special during the day. I don't know about a nighttime special, because I might be having a little fun. Oh, why'd you retract your message? Thank you for your tip, man. I don't like my thoughts on Flow. That is CryptoKitties. Those guys. Looks interesting, but if they are literally trying to build their own standards, I don't think it's going to work. Like, trying to fight Ethereum is a bad idea. You need to be as compatible to Ethereum as possible. Because Ethereum's going to scale. And very quickly. Quicker than people think. And it might not, you know. And people are like, what about Ethereum 2.0 and their delays? And you guys, it might not be from Ethereum. It might be from Polkadot. And these guys. They're actually might be closer. And I don't know if these guys are necessarily connected, but it's just interesting. They're all using Aura POA. Luxo's mentioned, you know, within XDAI's documentation. Energy Web is using ERC 725. Oh, now he gave me a tip. Please review Zfood. The website is Zenfuse. Very promising trading terminal. Well, sorry, man. I do not take crypto to look at stuff. I might take a look at it later. But I'm not promising anything because that would just, once again, people will just tip me to look at their projects, and I don't want that. Developing a trust network way early. https protocol.utu.io. Lots of heavy reading. Shouting out you from work, sir. Enjoy your show. Appreciate it, man. Trust network. Well, Bitcoin is a trust network. I mean, but might take a look. Thank you. Anything in blockchain is a trust network. You're solving the Byzantine general's problem. God, you guys are money, money, money. Well, I appreciate all you guys tuning in for the quick stream. All 0 of you. All 1,300 of you. Wow, a really low stream today. What? Man, my viewership has gone down. Am I shadow banned? Nope. Just people aren't watching me as much. YouTube's being a bully. But yeah, you guys, tune in on Theta. I'm going to be streaming probably for about 5 to 10 more minutes after this, and definitely go tune in on Theta, because since YouTube's being a jerk, I mean, 3 weeks ago I was getting 3,000 viewers. Jesus. Oh, it might be because of the fight too. Forgot about that. I'm going to watch it. But yeah. So Theta for about 10, 15 more minutes. Might be, you know, having a little fun party after. Wink, wink. But next week, Monday, I haven't officially decided on what I'm going to make my video on. It might be about identities, the darker side. It might not. But it's always going to be a great video. Chico's content is always sweet. So tune in for that. Oh, Porte Lucius. I appreciate it, man. Appreciate your tip, dude. Yeah, I mean, if you too, you guys, Theta is always great. But don't just exit out of this video and start watching me on Theta, because that actually hurts my channel. Because YouTube wants you to stay on YouTube. So if you exit out of someone's video, it will hurt the person's channel, actually. Not like super bad, but if people keep doing it, like me telling you guys to go to Theta, not a good idea. Bad idea for me to do that. Really bad. Because if you guys do it, you know, and actually I get like 20, 30 of those, probably hurts my channel. But it's my own fault. I should be saying, watch my next video, please. But I'm not like that. I mean, I hope YouTube's not a bully and is shadow banning me and trying to shut me out. But it has seemed like that lately. I mean, my viewership's went... After I was really doing well, but... Fuck them. Oop. Zip it. But I'll end it at that. Peace out, guys. See ya on Monday.